Welcome back to Midday Kentucky. Are you suffering from family jet lag? Listen, we've got an awesome man here, licensed pastoral counselor who I love hanging out with. Dr. James Stillwell is with us to share some of the essential ideas for recovering from the holidays. I think we've all been there.
Yes.
Doc, tell me about this jet lag, because I think I'm going through it right now.
We need you.
Just as we come off of an airplane from a long trip and it feels like, oh, I'm still there, I'm here, where am I?
Yes.
You kind of feel that way, both physically and emotionally, after a few days with family in a family-oriented holiday.
Well, I know I woke up feeling like that just from all the food I'd eaten at everybody's house. Because, you don't want to be rude.
Of course.
And not say, well, they're like, Dave, you going to eat that? I'm like, of course. Give me seconds.
I think that's a different issue, dude.
Oh, okay.
Well, what are some of the effects emotionally and mentally of the jet lag?
Well, emotionally and mentally, I mean, it kind of takes you back. You kind of talking about going to the beach, float back to where does that put you when you were a kid? You probably haven't thought about it for a long time, and all of a sudden, you're in that birth order again, and you are that role that everybody casts you in. And so that's automatically something. And you may be more introverted, more extroverted, and there's the energy with that family that kind of zaps you, takes it out of you because it's not what you're used to. You're in cramped physical quarters probably.
Yeah. Yes.
And somebody is dominating the conversation that you're not used to.
Oh, yeah.
All of those kind of things. So it's pushing all kinds of buttons. For some folks, it's even worse because of abuse, and there was a bully in the family or something like that. And so it's not only something to prepare for, but something to debrief from after you experience it.
Well, I know that you counsel regularly. Do the holidays bring up a lot of emotions with people?
Oh, absolutely. So, before this last holiday and the one month before, there were a lot of folks that came in and needed to, let's talk about this before I get into that situation.
Ooh, smart.
And so now I'm sure we'll have those conversations again.
What
did that feel like? Where did that throw you back to? And now how can you structure your own life where you're taking care of yourself now that you're back?
Sure. If you had one major piece of advice for somebody who's going through the jet lag to get over it, maybe quickly without, I'm sure it takes a lot of counseling to get through a lot of it, but just that, main point, what would you offer?
Oh man, it's hard to get it down into one point. But of course, we were talking about it. To debrief this with somebody, a close friend, a support group, a counselor, enables you to name the feelings, enables you to have someone who gives you credit for you got through it, you know? And you can let go of that idea of the perfect holiday or whatever, and do some things, structure some things into your life to take care of yourself.
Dr. Stillwell, I know that you kind of talked about the perfect family, and I think people have that picture in their head like this is how a mom should be, this is how a daughter should be, but have you found that has any truth in it?
Exactly. We all have this stereotype in our head, wherever that comes from, and to go back into and see the reality of my family, your family, everybody, puts on their pants the same way kind of thing, and to come to acceptance of that. And you may have to face every year, like if you're single, you're not married, that kind of question.
That happens?
No, people never say
or if you go into it as a couple, how they get along with your family and those kind of things. So there's a lot of stuff emotionally that's packed into those few days, and give yourself a break. Give yourself a chance for your soul to catch up with your body, and
That's
for your body
advice.
to catch up with, the whole idea of being back, and what can you do to prioritize yourself now that you've kind of put yourself on the shelf for a few days to take care of yourself.
Well, I'm sure there are a lot of people out there that probably need to talk to you about what they've gone through this holiday season. How can they get a hold of you?
Could be. So the information's up on the screen. I've got a Facebook page, a professional Facebook page, Dr. James Stillwell Ministries, as well as drjamesstillwell.com.
That's great. Well, get a hold of him because you're probably going through a lot. And we've got more after this break. We'll stick right with us on Midday Kentucky.